Hi, my name is Jesse at Trash Panda, and a few months ago we asked you all on Instagram for the most underrated putting tip you've ever heard. And then we made a video testing a bunch of them out. And then a bunch of people commented super helpful tips on that video. So welcome to Putt Better Part 2. Step 1, no one ever said you shouldn't be comfortable. So in the last video, we tested out the idea of putting through the basket and not to it. And this tip seems to be taking the exact same idea but adding an aiming point, which personally I love. So let's try it out. That's much better. So I wasn't sure how I'd feel about this tip, but I actually really like it. After practicing for like 13 years aiming at a specific point, this one really helped the whole putt through it and not to it come to reality. The only problem I'd say is that I kind of have to aim slightly to the right or left of center pole. Otherwise you just can't see the chain links on the other side of it. But yeah, I really like it. Alright, this is super interesting to me because A, I have no idea what I do with my offhand, and B, sometimes it's the smallest things that can make the biggest difference. Well, it definitely feels funky, but I'm not missing right. Seems legit. So I've heard this tip before, and I actually used to use it a ton when I was a straddle putter. But ever since switching my styles, I've kind of not thought about it. So I'm super interested to see what happens when I incorporate it now. I can't begin to understand why, but all of those came out so smooth. So if you know why my breathing is connected to how smooth a putter comes out of my hand, please let me know in the comments. But that was fantastic. Okay, this tip stood out to me because I can't imagine why it would help, and that's why I have to try it. So I'm gonna start by only putting with 3 fingers, then 4, then 5. I've never really thought about these 3 fingers in my putt before, so I'm really interested to see what this does. Alright, as I'm sure you can imagine, that's the weirdest thing ever. And it took me a while to get it dialed, but once I did, it's weirdly working. Really, I think the pressure between the middle finger and the thumb was what made all the difference. So now let's add the ring finger. Woo! Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about this. Once I started to incorporate all of my fingers, I definitely felt like I had a better grip, but it also made things more inconsistent. I don't know, maybe I just need some more time with this one. Really quickly before the next tip, I wanted to thank this video's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes for curious and creative people designed to follow wherever your creativity leads. And I'm saying that because it allows me to do that. Like literally the other day, I was watching an incredible class called YouTube Success by Marcus Brownlee. You might also know him as YouTuber MKBHD. In it, he was talking about video setup and offhandedly mentioned 3-point lighting. So I dove down the Skillshare rabbit hole of classes on video and lighting to learn more. And as a complete novice, it helped so much. Like, no joke, this is what I used to do before 3-point lighting, and this is after. Needless to say, I am super grateful to Skillshare and the opportunity to follow my creativity wherever it leads. So if you're an entrepreneur or a self-taught YouTuber or a lifelong learner or D, all of the above like myself, then we've got the perfect opportunity for you to dip your toes in. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, and you can start exploring your creativity today. Thanks, Skillshare. A lot of people, including my buddy Micah, talk about keeping everything linear between you and the basket. And in my head that makes sense, but at the end of the day it's always been really hard for me to visualize. Until I saw Nick's comment, and now I'm super intrigued. Well, this helped a ton. I think we can all agree that visualization is so important, and having a rope in a straight line to the basket made that so simple. So massive shout out to Nick and the other people who gave these tips, and if one especially stuck out to you, or if you have another one for, say, part 3, then let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to support the channel, and here is your honorable mention.